Hey and welcome to the preview of Module 22 for Neverwinter. We're going to go and log on to just a fresh character here. My character directly copied from live, and immediately we can have a look at our character sheet and things look a little different. You can see most of the enchantment slots have completely disappeared. And what you may notice now is there's an extra tab on the character sheet. We have gear, and now we also have enchantments. Here in this section, you can see this is where we will now slot our enchantments. But we can see that apparently I have no enchantments available other than my overloads to be able to slot in. So we'll have a quick look in our mail as we did receive one, and we can see a lot of jewels were misplaced. So that seems to be where all of our enchantments now are. We can simply go and take all of those items, they'll get put in our inventory. You can see we're also obtaining what looks to be these weird artifact stat increases. Not entirely sure what those are about, and we can keep claiming those all, and we'll even get our weapon and armor enchantments back there as well. Just claim all the rest of those. And once that's done, we can look at our inventory, and we nearly have a full 60 slot bag of those different enchantments. And all of our gear, even from our inventory, has been stripped completely of those enchantments. Now those, what you might think are enchantment slots on your gear pieces, are actually in fact just reinforcement kits and jewels, as you can see here. And you can go and switch them out to separate ones, but when you do so, you'll replace the one that was there, thus destroying it. Now we can go and have a look at what we can do with these enchantments, because we can see that none of them slot in defense, offense, combat, utility, or bonus. And even looking at companions, we also have our companion equipment, which has been stripped of those enchantment slots. We can now look at runestones, and yeah, we have nothing there either, even though we have a bunch of arcanes, empowereds, so on, and we'll just have to see. We'll head up to the Antiquities Scholar and see what we can do with these enchantments. Interact with this Antiquities Scholar. We can have a look at what's available here. Immediately you will see that you can trade all of those different keys simply down to just skeleton keys, which I'm assuming will just universally be the key that's used within those random queues, those just dungeon queues which have those chests, which were put on the Wondrous Bazaar. Now, if we look in the Wondrous Bazaar, we should be able to purchase skeletal keys, and we should be able to go there, and yes, we can purchase them. And it seems greater demonic keys are still going to be there. Same price. I don't know why they aren't just skeleton keys as well. But that aside, we have our second tab, which is Refinement. And herein lies the trading of all of our enchantments for these medallions. You'll obtain these medallions and you'll purchase these packs. You can see they'll be enchantment packs. So we can go and trade in a rank 15 and gain 20 medallions. Now, if you don't have enchantments, what you could do is trade in pure astral diamonds. It'll cost you 40,000 for a medallion. We can keep trading these in. Once we trade in 6 of them, we can see we will have enough to obtain the legendary pack here. Now, be warned that this legendary pack won't contain everything you need. We'll have a quick look at it. And within this pack, you can see once opening it, you have the choice to choose between these combat enchantments. You will see there are 3 defensive ones: Soul Shield, Fortified Nature, Flash Freeze. All defense, giving you a equip of a reduction of 10% damage reduction when on Mythic. Yes, these are upgradable. And then we have 3 offensive ones: Cursed Burn, Poison Thorn, and Battle Tempered. Battle Tempered is like an offensive but defensive one, giving you that shield. But again, the shield is absolutely minuscule. And finally, you can see we have the Companion Enhancement, this being that runestone that we'll be able to slot with our companion equipment just here. And we can see straight up it's giving 120% companion damage bonus. This means you trade in all 6 of those runestones and you're not losing out on anything. You'll trade those in and you'll get this companion runestone. Now, the benefit of that is you can actually go and upgrade it even further, and you can get it to 150% companion damage. On top of that, you can see they're giving much more ratings from your companions. Let's first up go and see how upgrading these work. Let's unequip it, put it in our inventory, and we have this thing here, and we'll go and click upgrade, and there we go. It's an entirely different tab. You can see we're going to have to spend a good chunk of refinement points. We're going to have to spend these weird glyphs of potency. You can see we need 6 of those, and then we're going to have to spend a chunk of gold, and we'll also need a moat, which oddly enough is actually just a renamed, reskinned Coalescent Ward, as we can see here. Coalescent Motes, they are now called. You can use Preservation Wards still to protect your items, like here. However, when you use a Coalescent Mote, you don't necessarily need to do so, since you have 100% chance to succeed. So we're going to need those Glyphs of Potency, and you'll simply get them again just from the Wondrous Bazaar, as we can see in the Adventuring tab, for one glyph for 50,000 base Astral Diamonds. We do have a sale right now, so let's just buy a stack of those. There we go, 99 Glyphs of Potency, and we can freely go and upgrade this companion enhancement. And once that's done, we can slot it in there and it'll give our companion 150% extra damage. Also, if we use an augment, we can see now that, let's say we were to run this cub. This polar bear cub, you can see, gives crit strike, awareness, and power. And now with this enhancement, each of those stats is giving me 7,500, totaling to 22,500 ratings. That's 22.5%. That's a massive boost from augments. Previously, they were only giving total of about 6,000 stats, I believe. So that makes augments somewhat more viable, and we'll go over this more in depth in another video when we go and compare how this enchantment or enhancement affects those companions, since they are actually gaining a 30% damage boost there, but augments are obtaining like a 150% extra boost on the ratings they give you. Now there are these other enchantments, and when we go and, let's say, purchase another one of those legendary packs there, again we go and keep trading these enchantments in to get those medallions. It'll be 3 of these rank 15 ones just for a blue pack, which will be 60 there. Now if we obtain another one of these legendary ones, and let's get enough medallions for another blue one, we'll also buy a blue one there, and let's have a look at them and compare them again. Now the legendary one, keep in mind, only had those combat enchantments, and again it has 3 of those defensive ones and 3 of those offensive ones. So if we're to go and obtain this fortified nature, we go to our character sheet and we can see in enhancement we have 1 combat slot, and this will give you your weapon or armor enchantment, which are now renamed combat enchantments. This means you'll only need 1, and it also means that that legendary pack only costing 120 medallions, that means that a weapon or armor enchantment is worth only 6 of those rank 15s. So do your math and have a look at the auction house and see how valuable now are going to be weapon and armor enchantments. You can trade them simply in, again, weapon and armor enchantments for those medallions. 120 for my Elven Battle right there. And that's that done. Now, a decent advantageous thing of this is once you go and buy these, you can see that once you go and open these, that they will not be bound to your character. So that's very neat, and it is a big rework, so people are going to be a bit confused. And again, the reason why I'm buying these blue ones and not purple ones or legendary ones is because you only need 1 combat and companion enhancement enchantment. So you want to get the legendary packs for the combat and the companion enhancement, and then you want blue ones for the rest of them. Purple one is again just a lesser variant of those combat and companion enhancements. So we have those blue ones, and again you can see it just gives you all those enchantments you'll need. It has these 5 different enchantments which just gives you those ratings. Then you can see it will also have a utility bonus there, and on our character sheet we can only have 1 utility enchantment. And you can also see that when we look down further that it has these bonus enchantments, giving you action point gain, stamina, movement speed, gold, and recharge speed. So you again only have 1 bonus slot. So what you'll need to do is have 4 of these enchantments for your offensive slots. You'll have to have 4 for your defensive slots, and you can see you put them all in there, and you should be able to obtain as many of these as you need to equate to what you had before. Now the benefit from this is you can see they're only on blue, and you can go and simply upgrade these all the way to Mythic. To upgrade to purple, we can see there that you will need these given sets: 200,000 refinement points, 4 glyphs of potency, 10 gold, and we can just use a coalescent ward there to get the 100% chance, and we can keep upgrading that all the way finally from legendary up to that Mythic. And you can see now these enchantments will give a total of 1500 item level, along with a bunch of rating theirs to a certain stat, 2250. Again, each of those enchantments you can slot in either offense or defense, giving those different set of stat combinations. And so it is these blue packs you need for those enchantments. So you need a total of 10 of those blue enchantments. You'll need one bonus one that'll go just down here, and then you'll also need a utility one. That adds up to a total of 10, and additionally you'll want a combat enchantment and a companion enhancement. So that's pretty much it for these changes. Now, of course, we do have a new campaign with this, the Dragonborn Veil, which we can see is much like what we've had with New Sharendar. You'll grind out this progress, unlock these rewards, and there's a whole chunk of different items which we can now obtain that are all new, so on. And we can also have a look at the new zone. Now I'm going to end the video there, and we can showcase you the new zone, the new area, up with all what comes with it in my live stream after I've posted this video. So that's the main big chunk of change that's going to happen with module 22. Of course, we will get new content, but this big change and rework to the enchantment system I found was the most important to go over as of right now for you players, so you know what to expect coming January when this thing potentially gets pushed to live. So again, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of my channel members for helping me keep my channel going. And if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.